play a game.
G'day viewers, this is Running Train and I am late because I thought I set this stream to 7:30 but discovered it was 7 o'clock and that it was 5 past. And now it's 8 past and clearly it's an apple juice kind of night. Let's do the tutorials. Oh yeah, there aren't any. Let's do... Oh, I'm doing badly, aren't I? D, C, C... Pretty shit. Let's do a red one. Go. What can we have? Just the DC 8500. Okay, what color can we have? Blue. Custom. Oh, they're the ones where you load your own things on there. I haven't done any of those because I'm about as graphically useful as a monkey. Go. Hello, Mark B, Lord Vectron, and Andy Ladd. Yes, if you know, you know. All right. Slight release, Q, more of a release while it loads up the passengers. How about some headlights? Be good. Welcome to a Running Train. Boo boo. Yep. There it is. Jay's blue. Ooh, is that Greta's I see? What do you think, Greta?
How dare you?
You're like a stuck record, girl. You got to get over it. Go and protest Palestine or something. Oh, wait. Hello, lizard man. 8 minutes late, Japan will bring great dishonor to your family. Yes, you would have to commit seppuku. All right, it's time to go. Let's get the brakes off and get the flock. Whee! Whee! Maybe not. Would help if I actually put it in forwards, wouldn't it? I thought I'd done that, but clearly not. That's okay. We're going to drive an express. Welcome along, lizard man. I don't think I've seen you in a stream before. Welcome to anybody who is watching. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome to chatter as much as desired. Go on a bit of a roll now. The diesel is by far the loudest in this game, so I've turned it down a little for both of us. Did we really just go from... We did. Went from that track to that track to that track. Okay. That makes sense. Sure. Uh-oh. Too fast. No. We'll fix it. Fixed. Good-o. Vectron says this game looks amazing. I don't think Japan Railways will be enough to buy it, though. I think it's fun. Lizard man, I've seen a few videos, but haven't made a stream before. Well, welcome along. You can see exactly what kind of an idiot I am. Ask anyone. Gratuitous bridge shot. Complete. Oops. UE5 does have a nicer sky, doesn't it? It's not a Saka castle, honest castle. Oops. We've got a little while to our next stop. Susie's got pneumonia. And we just took a cherry blossom to the head then. I'm doing a bit of rolling along now. We have green signals, so that'll be fine. No people as yet, but this style of game isn't well known for actually having people, but the developer does have plans to have people at some point. More Gretas. Excellent. Don't need to stop at Susie. We will be stopping at Takahashi though, so we should probably just come off the juices, because we are Going fast enough to make timetable, I think, and we need to get down to 90. Come on, brakes, 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 bit more brakes. Oops. You watch, I'll get to 90 just in time to accelerate. There we go. It's quite a big curve, this one. Another big bridge, many cherry trees. And we should probably start braking for this station. Probably quite hard. Not that hard, though. Might have been a bit of an overreaction, the braking there, but it's okay. It does look pretty nice at night, this game. That would be a Lawson's Family Mart over there. Hello, Leon. The game does have a very nice feel of being in Japan. Let's see if I can get the braking right since I've just done a tutorial on this thing. As in, made one. It's looking pretty good. It might stop a touch early, so I think I might actually release. But that's not too bad, really. Nice brake squeal. There we go. Done. Right, that's it for the stream. We can go now. Maybe not. Cheers, folks. It's an apple juice kind of night. Is it time to go? Yep, time to go. Power on. Andy, cheers for sorting that stuff earlier. No problem, mate. Ooh, I didn't do a tutorial on the red one. Red goes faster. Lizardman asks, just what's your video comparing this game to Train Sim World level of detail and performance? I'm sad that I still got stuttered and freezing playing TSW5 on a 4090. I run it on a 4080, but it's a 4080 with dual encoders. Because it's made for streamers. The video I just put up earlier today is basically the different philosophy between the two games. So this one has all of the nice looking stuff straight down the path of the railway, just following the railway, whereas TSW brings it into more detail the closer it gets to you, and that's why you see pop-in. Stuttering is just a part of UE4. You're not going to get rid of stuttering no matter what you do in UE4. You can minimize it. Don't believe most of the tutorials for how to do it. Forgot we're not stopping here. No gutter, no stopper. Andy lad's enjoying a nice morning cup of tea. Well, it's probably a similar colour to the apple juice. Whoops, I think we're supposed to be doing 70. Yep, we are supposed to be doing 70. I didn't spot that coming. Maybe I should brake. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Ah, it's too late. It's time to go faster anyway. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing bad happened. We didn't come off the tracks. See, the train's still there. Perfectly okay. Oh, look, the lights disappeared, just like Train Sim World. Oh, they're back. And they're gone. What am I putting the brakes on for? Whee! And we have another 70 zone coming up. which we're going to muck up because I'm not paying attention. I was looking outside the train. Train will stay on the track though, because this train doesn't have derailments. Not yet anyway. That might come, maybe. What train do I like in Japan, asks Leon. The Shinkansen version 3. That is probably the best one. And of course I should point at every signal and sign and say things like Shinko, but I won't. Is it a station or not? That is the question. The Shinkansens are quite amazing. They just accelerate and you just don't feel it, and they decelerate and you just don't feel it. It's quite amazing. I've even been in one under emergency braking and you barely felt it. The really pointy nose one, Lizard Man. The one that's in service down to, from Tokyo to Osaka to Hiroshima, that one. I think it might be the 700. They're very impressive to ride in. And they're quite impressive when you're standing on a platform and one comes past too. And steals most of the oxygen. This one's not like a bullet train. We're not stopping here, are we? Hayakawa? No. And we'll be going through Komori as well. Lord Vectron says everyone who knows me knows I like trains, says shit like you should go to Japan because if it's Shinkansen you'll love it, and I think I dislike the Shinkansen at its flight now. It is a very amazing technological achievement. Oh, let's get off the power. Gratuitous bridge shot. Hey. Let's get up here and we can catch it properly. There we go. Nice. Running train, folks. With snowy mountains. Magic. Danny Sprint, hello. I'm not testing it, I'm playing it. Quite enjoying it. Might actually get down to the speed limit before we have to this time. Made it, just. Lizard Man says that would be it. It was a couple while in Japan, going between Tokyo and Osaka. It's an amazing train. Very comfortable too. We paid a bit extra and rode on the green seats. Straight through Komori, and I think we're stopping at Omishima. Leon says, you like Japan trains everywhere on YouTube videos. There are a lot. Hornby Man, you're back. No, I did not offend you. That's good. Didn't mean to offend you, just direct your conversation a little to what we're talking about. Uh-oh, speeding. There you go. You can talk about me speeding and being a useless train driver. Never mind. You really can't read the chat with this game. You just can't. It's like driving a truck. You got to be on it all the time, and I'm just not. In fact, we'd better get off the power because we're going rather fast and we are going to need to stop soon. So let's get a bit of braking on and start sorting that out. Lizard Man says there are a couple of stations to the north of Tokyo where you can watch the green Hayabusa E5 Shinkansens go through at 300 Ks. You can find some videos. I saw a video of a bunch of reporters lined up for the test train. The one that was, I think it achieved 384. And they're all set up there. They've got their phones and their cameras. And this train just goes, and it's gone. And they're all going. That was quite impressive. Slowed down a little early. We won't let that worry us. Leon says if this game was on PS4, 5 or 4 running trains, I'll get that, but it depends on the company. I don't see this going to console. I mean, they could, but single-person devs need a publisher to get them onto console. They can't do it by themselves. Well, that's not true that they can't. They just need to pay an awful lot of money. And you normally need a publisher to help with things like that. Just roll in and do the last little bit. We're 10 seconds late so far. I'll be a bit later by the time I get down to the stopping point. Have to wait for my stop markers to start showing up. Come on, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. What's better, the distance penalty or the time penalty, do you think? There we go. Good enough. Good enough for who it's for. And we have stopped in the right place. Andy says Japanese trains seem to be a mix of ultra-modern looking high-tech trains and things that look like they're from the 1950s. That's because they are. There are trains from the 1920s still in operation in Japan. It's in some of the rural areas. Burp. Brakes off. Let's go. More Fang. More Fang. 41 seconds late. Aya Wanta Minato will be going straight through, and Karadua Guy, same thing as well. Straight through on the espresso. Hornby Man says, why can't we talk about train layouts, trains? Well, you can, but, you know, maybe talk about Japanese ones. Because we're in Japan today. Vectron says, Tadami line, so much vaporware, some guy decided to make it himself. That would be funny. I have to admit that would be funny. No, I just think that there's probably been a little bit of internal pulling in of the heads at Ducktail Games. Doing a little bit of soul searching because the community's upset. So we've seen one big patch come out. There's some more stuff we need, like the 90. We need some more work on Birmingham Crew because it works okay on the reduced timetable. Not so hot on the original still. But it was promises of reduction, not an elimination. So, you know, good on them for the advertising. Leon says this is a bullet train movie called the Bullet Train Explosion movie from Japan. There is a bullet train movie that's current, actually. Am I going too fast? Uh-oh. I'm going a lot too fast. Uh-oh. Don't read chat. Bad thing. Go straight through this station. That's just to answer the guy that said the horn does work, doesn't it? Straight through to the other side again. Andy Led says probably time penalty worse given it's Japan. That's probably true. They are rather punctual. I really quite enjoy Japan because they're so quiet and staid and everything. Until they let their hair down, they just go off. Rolling along the coast here. Tripping this line a bit today. It might be my 10th or 12th trip on this line today. Leon went looking around Oakland's. Okay. Andy says, ironically, you're playing a Japanese train day and I'm off tonight for ramen. Well, my kid's just gone out to the local Chinese to buy food. That's sort of close. He thought my stream was at 7:30, the same as I did. No stopping at the next station, but we will be stopping at Yoetsu. No passengers to contend with. It's all good. Can you believe this? I'm almost on time. I actually got points for being on time. Wow. It's probably because I keep speeding like this. There you go. Not speeding anymore. We'll be stopping at the next station anyway, so we won't go back onto the acceleration. Yeah, there's plenty of updates coming out. The guy has to be operating on just about no sleep, I imagine, at the moment. I actually pinged him in the Discord to ask him a question and got pounced on by one of his moderators. Don't ping him, he's tired. Okay. That's fair. Didn't like that. I thought I was going to get away with that, but no. I wonder if the first stop counts as a stop for your time. A fast train like Gordon? Gordon's not fast. Japan's not funky, Japan's awesome. If you've never been, I heartily recommend it. But please be nice to the Japanese when you go. So many people aren't. So many tourists you see clearly don't remember that people live there. They have lives and families and stuff that they do that they would really like to get on with without you getting in their way. Sour Mustard, hello. My wife was telling me about this. She saw it on Steam about an hour ago. Talk about good timing. There you go. It's quite a good game. I'm quite enjoying playing it. I thought about wearing my Train Sim World 6 t-shirt while I played this, but that would be mean. I have popped some driving tutorials up if people need them. I'm not going to say they're perfect because I'm not perfect at driving these trains, but they'll give you the idea. You can work on perfect yourself. Alrighty, Shiohama, not stopping. Then we won't be stopping at Laugh My Ass Off Q. Andy says, I've noticed, looks like all the cars drive when their brake lights permanently on. It's possible. Or the tail lights are just too bright, which is probably more likely. Shiohama, no stopping. Ooh, way too fast though. Did I ignore an 80 marker then? I must have. We'll be fine. Nice coastal thing. Bit of blue glowing algae in the water there. There's so many things to look at, I find myself missing the speed markers quite a lot. Because I'm looking at stuff going, that's cool, but then I don't see the sign. Leon says, I see Pentagon fire. Really? I didn't know there was a Pentagon fire. Someone land a plane on it. Danny Sprint, does it seem you're going in a new train simulator era? I think like TSW is starting to collapse and this is making other games like Running Train and DRS shine. I think DRS pretty much shines by itself. I really enjoy that game and I'm quite enjoying this one. Is TSW collapsing? I think if it kept going down the path that it was going, it would have been very challenged. But I do see, and you know I interact with the community team, so I do have some sense of what's happening, that I think they've realised that they need to do some work. Laugh my ass off, Cho, next stop. Not stopping though. We're going straight through to Nagara where we terminate. It's not very far away though, I'm not sure I'll bother accelerating or not. Yeah, well, why not? Leon puts his rubbish in the bin. In Japan there are no bins, so you can't put your rubbish in the bin, they don't exist. If you buy something from a place like a Family Mart or a 7-Eleven, you can eat the stuff either there or just out the front and put it in the bins inside. And they're quite happy to accept other rubbish as long as you buy something as well. So the secret to Japan as a tourist, and the locals do it too, is carry around a plastic bag with you to put your rubbish in so that you can dump it when you get back to your hotel. Two and a half Ks to Nagara. Looks like we're still more or less on time too, which is impressive for me. You do kind of have to fang it a bit in this train. There's the yard, so I'd better start slowing down actually, because we need to have lower limits. We're speeding. I will keep the brakes on because we have to slow down quite a bit. I release them a bit, but need to keep slowing down. Because we have much in the way of lower limits coming up. bad weather in the UK today. Quite warm from what I hear. Andy says, not bad here, Hornby's still quite warm and muggy where you live though. It's muggy that I don't like. I don't mind warm, I don't mind hot. Mind you probably haven't experienced muggy until you've experienced muggy in the tropics. I'll be there soon enough to experience it myself, I hope. I just realised I was pressing brake release, not brake apply. We're going to overrun this horribly, I suspect. Or we're going to be really lucky, one or the other. I think it might be the really lucky department. Yep, definitely the really lucky department. Leon says, I know about no bins in Japan because the hazards of the sickness keeps people safe. You hold my rubbish from home, put it in a bin. I don't think it's anything about sickness. I think it's just the culture. That they just don't dump stuff. They're just a clean people. Look at that. It's almost on time. And a C. Lovely. That's about as good as I get. I may never actually get the next one up, which is an S for satisfactory. You're in Queensland, Lizard Man. I am in Victoria. Down the bottom of the hill. Why don't we run something during the day that I haven't run yet? We'll do this one. Aizi to Takahashi. Go. And let's do the red one, because we can. If anybody's got any questions about the game that you'd like to ask, feel free. I can show you what's what. Actually, one thing I will show you before we dive into this service is my my mappings for my keys. Because you can't change the controller mapping, which makes me a little bit sad because I would love to be able to change that. But that's okay. And it's different enough that it's just confusing for me. So input bindings, my reverser, WNS like most other train games, throttle, we've got A for up, D for down, brakes, we've got semicolon for up, apostrophe for down. We've got the extras, so there's that they do. This always brings the throttle to 0, but this does different things on different trains. Emergency brake, backspace like usual, headlights H like usual, wipers V like usual, whistles space, ATS, confirmations of the safety systems, which is vigilance and signaling, is Q, and excuse my hiccups, and the camera controls, which are essentially the same as the others anyway. And hide UI, which is F1. It's normally F4, I think. It always asks me if I want to save my settings, but I don't have any changes. But I always just say okay anyway, just in case. All right. And brakes off and reset the bing bongs. And let's release the brakes completely, and then we'll apply them again. Just a little bit. There we go. And we're in forwards. We're waiting for the conductorama to tell us what's going on. There we go. There's our little beep. Brakes off and go. This actually had an update between this morning's stream and now. Impressive. Murakami, next stop, 800 meters away, so it's not terribly far. This has the lovely, dense feel of urbanity in Japan. I will say there's probably more green space around the railway lines than I've seen in a lot of places. I think this one's the easiest train to drive, but it's also the slowest. Yeah, there's people making skins, Leon. This is not something that my talents fall to, but basically you put it into a... I think it's a JPEG file, and then you can load it onto the train. Maybe I should get a picture of Pikachu or something and load that onto a train. Idle it. Right. Oops, no headlights. Hang on. Headlights. Right. Works when you're in charge of the train, not otherwise. Lighting's quite nice, but that's unreal. Interesting area. Little canal over there. Is it time to go yet? Probably. Time? Yes. Time to go. Station's just on the other side of the tunnel, if I remember rightly. Best day to eat is night. I'm not quite sure I understand that, Horby Man. Leon likes green tracks. That's because you're from Adelaide, the only green part of your whole state. Harsh braking. More harsh braking. Gonna overrun this, I think. Yep, overrunning it. And this is why the crossing gates close. We'll be going back in a moment. Never fear. Alright, let me go backwards. Why can't I go backwards? Can go backwards. It was lying to me. I'll do. All good. All good. That was a great stop. No. I like these things. Down here on the crossing. The little detectors to see if the crossing's full or not. Let's go. I did find it amusing before that I was managing to set off a crossing with my camera, just while I was playing around. Andy says, I wonder if this game is as successful as it seems to be. The guy might start hiring some staff to get through the workload quicker and then start and release DLC for expand its routes. Well, look, you never know. You never know. Is it massively successful? I couldn't really tell you. It's certainly getting lots of attention from people on YouTube, and its reviews look alright, so... it could be good. Stopping too early. Why am I doing that? Because I pressed the wrong keys. You have to apply the brakes, press Q, then you can release the brakes. Ding, 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 ding. We are coming up to a red signal, which is why it's ding-donging at us. So you don't want to overrun this one. There we go. Doors open. Is this as far as we're going? I guess so. Train arrived at station. Yes, it did. Strobe Stepper, hello. Could you do a nighttime stream? I started it at night. The first one was a nighttime one. But we can do another one. Waiting for the departure. Oh, we are departing from here. I actually thought this was the final station, but no. It's not. But not go too hard though. We're only allowed to do 20. Momentarily anyway. I tried to respond to your comment, Strobe Stepper, on one of the videos, but it wouldn't actually let me. I kept getting an error. That can happen if YouTube thinks you're a kid. Down, Bubble. Let's gravity take care of it. Can accelerate for free. Oh, bastard. Bastard. So close. So close, but no banana. Leon can hear the doorbell. Yes, Valium says check SteamDB, 460 players currently, lowest estimate is 13k sales. Very good for a single dev. Yeah, I think it's been going pretty well, so we'll see what the future brings. Let's go. Okamachai, next stop. Leon says very tall fence for the game yard. I'm not so bad with the brakes on this one. This one's fairly predictable. The other one that does the electro-pneumatic brakes catches me by surprise too often. This one I'm starting to run into the stations harder because I'm starting to get used to them, but I still overrun the odd one. As you've probably noticed. Love the way the cherry blossoms come inside. Oh, 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. That's getting better. What is... Oh, it's a light. It's an SOS light. It's like, help, help, I'm being mugged. I'll push the button. And then all that happens is the light goes off. And you go, wah. Andy says, STRXCVGT. Playing a game. Sorry, cat decided to walk across the keyboard as she wants attention. That's like my wife's cat. He perpetually sits on her keyboard, which infuriates the crap out of her. Doesn't sit on my keyboard. My cat often sits on the sound box that's above my head and glares at me. Why aren't you paying attention to me? Takahashi, last stop for this service. And we do have a green there. Kind of. I'm supposed to be doing a little bit slower right now, but whatever. You don't want to mess this one up too badly. Although I am tempted almost to find out what happens if you just run straight through here. Leon reckons the cherry blossoms are giving me good luck. It's like the trees that come inside in Transcend World. So a nighttime service is desired, apparently, so we'll do one of those. How did we go? What's the score going to be? It's probably my best run ever. Only out by a metre there. 0 centimetres. It took my 1 centimetre as 0. Yes. That's my best score yet. All right, let's find a night session that we haven't done yet. Let's do it on Fukugawa. And we'll do that one. 1855. Should be dark, I guess. Andy says she is terrible for doing it to the wireframe on her laptop, just dumps herself right on top of it and blocks everything till she gets attention. That does sound like a cat. It's a bit dark. We're actually in a station, or can we just go? No, 1855. So let's start releasing the brakes. Get the train charged up. Not that much. Got 17 seconds before we have to go. Headlights might be warranted. We are in a station. And release. And away we go. Andy says, chat is helping you get better scores. We're a good luck charm to you. Hello, Hawks. Welcome along. I saw that speed sign. One of the things I showed people this morning, I don't know how easy it'll be to see in the dark. Not at all. Forget I even came out of the train. Oh no, you can see it. In the crossover, you can see the disused tracks are rusty and the used tracks are shiny. That's really cool. Next station is a little close. But we're not going fast, so we'll be fine. Lovely. Good enough. We're going to be late, though. Only got 10 seconds to get to the next station. So I don't think that'll be happening somehow. Oops, we rolled. I don't think we actually moved, but you know. We'll believe it. It's okay. If your cat keeps you away tight and you want food, just feed it. Tony, hello. Welcome along. It's a Nissan. This next station's a bit annoying because you go over this big bridge and then you have to slow down the other side of the bridge. Into Kitami. Can you please do the hiccups? Hiccups happen often enough by themselves. Good enough. 1 meter. Leon says, in Adelaide, I hear Japanese sports cars. It's not that kind of stream, Tony. Just realised it shuts down my whole dash when the doors are open. Off we go. Off to see you. Steep hill. I have spattered here so many times. Probably not this time, though. Good enough. On time again. Wow. Prevent rolling success. 25. Is this our last stop? No, we've got 3 more to go after this one. It is where I was spatting in the last stream, Andy. Very much so. Let's wait for my dash lights to come back and then we can go. 25 seconds early. Scary. Yes, Nicholas, it's the Avon lady. Any moment now. Doors are closing. And go. On time departure. 0 seconds. Nice. I'm well, Leon. Hopefully you are. Oh no, I'm going too fast. Ruining my perfect score. I got whacked by a safety system. I wonder if that costs more than just getting whacked. Yeah, it's either Avon or Mrs. Marsh. I think that'll cost me my B. That touch of speeding out of that station then. Come on, train, you can do it. Maybe you can't. Oh no, I've lost it. Well, we're not getting a good score for this one. Had to back up. That's a penalty and a half, that is. We had within 10 seconds, though. Not so bad, I suppose. Not completely break. Come on, shut doors, let's go. Come on, you. Brakes are off. What happened then? What happened? Oh, that happened. Okay. Go. I happened. Are you telling me off for nearly crashing my train, Leon? Murakami, next stop. And we've got 40 seconds to get there. We're going to go hardcore and make up some time here, and then we're going to do a massive break to get in there. Right about now. That's only got the speed down well. We've gone back to being a couple of seconds over. If we can stop the train. Come on, stop, 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 stop. Oh, you bastard. You bastard. I was so close. Fine. Oh, it's a long way too. I thought that was going well, but no, that went poorly. Very poorly. It was going well, Andy. You know, one screw up leads to another screw up that leads to another screw up. We're now 35 seconds late. Let's go. Got 800 meters. Can we make up 30 seconds in 800 meters? Somehow I doubt it. Because we're coming into the last stop, which means we have to slow down early. Yeah, it's like pretty much any air brakes, Andy. They take a little while to come on. I have to get down to 60. No, that way. Not less brakes, more brakes. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Full brakes, lots of brakes, lots of brakes. Done. Stayed with about 30 seconds late then. We'll see what the score is. 8894. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. It won't actually let you drive on, I tried. What's it going to be? I'm tipping maybe a C or a D. C! So, you know, a few screw-ups there. Few screw-ups. There you go, you've had your nighttime run. Let's do something on the Senkai main line. And let's do a local. Let's do an evening local. Try that one. That's a full line run. We'll do that. Nagara to Kanamori. I think we should have the 1100, which is the lappy brakes, so we'll take that one. Pikachu. And maybe we'll do a little bit of rain. What do you reckon? Go. Then, of course, there's hard mode. Holy Trucker says, what's the new stop marker look like he added in the update? Haven't noticed. Andy says C+ maybe. See you later, Vectron. Have fun. Let the braking system charge up, and then we'll put the brakes back on a little bit. There we go. We've got lappy brakes in this one. That'll be fun. No. Not fun at all. Alright, let's release and get out of here. We're departing 2 seconds early. Excellent. Holy Trucker says that yellow with the blue stripe is plain, but it looks so cool. We've got a bit of slippy going on. Slippy, slippy. That means we're going to get slippy, slippy with the brakes too, so I'll have to brake earlier. And they're lap brakes. Fantastic! Off we go to laugh my ass off Cho. Full bananas in what is not a very fast train. Pikachu. These trains are brought to you by Half-Life. By some fluke, I was already doing 95. Does it penalise you for not using wipers? No, I don't think it matters either. You don't get much water on the glass. Gratuitous bridge shot. Leon says, I like the electric keyhars. I don't know that they are keyhars, actually. Might be. I don't know. Holy Trucker says, I don't know about you, but I have no regrets buying this at all. Sim I do, which I refunded. Couldn't get between two stations, having the damn thing trigger e-brakes and overshoot. Sim is a bit of a challenge, yes. I haven't tried running this in hard mode yet. I think Sim's just hard mode all the time. I think I'm slipping. No. Stop, you bastard. Stop. Fine. We'll do a dumpage. That'll stop you. Take a little while for the brakes to pump up again, but that's okay. I'll get some power on anyway. Doesn't seem to have a slip mechanic going backwards. Leon used sarcasm. Bad Leon. Oh, now we're going to go the other way. I don't like these brakes in wet. In the words of Pauline, I don't like it. There we go, we finally got there. We're only a minute late. It's all right. Yep. Better consult with the team. No, there's just me here. Away we go. The trucker says this game is easily worth the price of a TSW DLC. If we didn't do that, we'll fully support this dev 100%. Well, there you go. Slippy, slippy. Taran, hello. I think this is the first time I've driven this one in rain. Sounds like it's slipping again, but I don't care. It'll just have to learn how to cope with it. Two Ks to Shiyahama. We're going to do some spirited running right on the line here. Try and make up a little bit of time. Leon likes the two trains departing from the station. Good. This is something he put in the update, was better physics in curves for speed retention. And since we've done so well with the brakes, I think I better start slowing down a little early. We'll go again with a lighter application. There we go. The annoying thing about this train is if it's not going to make it, you have to release the brakes completely. You can cheat and put it back into lap. Hard stop. Made it. So you can actually go back into lap and it will hold your brake, kind of, but you shouldn't do that. It's bad for the train. Out we go again. Look at this game and 2.5 gig hard drive space. That's some black magic. That's Unreal 5. A lot of it's procedurally drawn, so it doesn't need permanent assets for a lot of stuff. That makes quite a difference. Who is the baldy, Leon? Holy Trucker says HumSim now has passengers, mainline trains and RTX graphics with AI freight trains, also a route extension in the latest update. I don't know why, I've just never been inclined to buy HumSim. It's been in my wish list since it came out, but I've just never taken that step and actually bought it. I don't know why, I just haven't. I look at it occasionally and buy something else. There's no people in this version of the game, Leon. Yeah, so next. This is an end of platform job by the look of it. Baldy is a teacher. More brakes. Oh, that was going so well, and then it wasn't. It must have slid the last couple of meters, I reckon. And the conductors are so finicky for an open platform. We're now 2 minutes late. It's the fun of driving in the rain, Leon. Stuff happens. Andy says, I actually thought you were going too perfectly then. Yeah, I think it slipped. Like it locked up and slid would be my bet. Because it felt like it was going to stop and then it didn't. Holy Trucker says Wednesday night, Sim Emro challenging the new murder mysteries, and only Thursday night Paul Trent Valley preview. Well, I don't have Trent Valley yet, so I can't do a preview on it. And what's really annoying is I'm going to have to release this. I'll have to check them in a moment, I'm not sure. Not going to slide this time. Not going to make it either. Terrible. No is the answer. I do now. Holy Truckers, I think they will preview Wednesday and shadow drop it on Friday. They won't before we get it, mate. And they wouldn't dump something on a Friday anyway. More sippy sippy. 2Ks to I Want a Monato. It was dark in the tunnel. Sleepy sleepy. Oh, hi all. Two Ks to the next one. Holy Trucker says if Trent Valley's out before the 11th, you'll be happy back in hospital again then. Well, that sucks. You need a Steam Deck. I do like the way the master res gauge jiggles a little bit. That was fun. Lots of fun. Was pretty close to being able to leave that brake application, you know. It was close. It's time for the next station. Stational. I think they used the same trick Rivet did. Off we go. And he says, do you think we might get a flurry of releases in June? Trent Valley is about to drop. Crew Preston is done from what JT put in their last article, and we still have Tadami. Don't know. We are getting pretty close to the silent months, which is July, August. While they work on 7. Because the routes for 7 and the core will have been in play for a long time now, but they tend to stop releasing stuff and concentrate on 7. We've got the GP60M too from the Americans. And we've got that other line too, the mineral line. The new American one. We have not yet, as yet had either of those. Oshima next. Kind of expecting some stoppage to happen up here. Hello Trucker says, I play JR East. Have to say this looks a lot like one of the routes in JR East called Sensiki Line. Yeah, I'm relatively certain that these are real lines. They're just not named as such. Andy says, I think anything that wasn't in the 0 to 3 months is likely to be a 7 release. Yeah, it's possible. Tadami will come one day. I actually think lots of people who buy Tatami will refund it, to be honest. Because it's not a fast run, and people will be expecting a fast, busy run because they don't listen, and that's not what they'll get. Oh, come on, you. Don't do that to me. Release, damn it. Every other time it slid, and that time when I counted on it sliding, it didn't slide. Oh well. Holy Trucker says, I'm keen for Tadami after this game. Tadami should be fun. I've got the itch now. As long as you expect something like Nidatoban, because that's essentially what you're going to get. If you like Nidatoban, you'll probably like Tadami. $17.05. Got a while to go, don't we? 6 or 7 stations. Komori, next stop. Andy says Tadami is basically the Japanese equivalent of Banana-Lini. Kinda. I think close. Nidatoban's probably closer. Because it's most of Tadami is 60 km/h speeds, whereas most of Banana's 40. Well, like, I think Tadami will be fun, but I know what I'm getting into. I also know that I played Tadami in TSC probably 10 times. So it won't be a highly played one for me, I don't think. Oh, it's like a running track or something. I was assuming a golf course with the big fence. Bing bong. You're excited for Bus Sim 27. Made up buses with made up places. Damn it. It slid, so I emergencies, so it slid more. Holy Trucker says, did you watch Flower Power and Train's jaw hit the floor when he played Rivet's Banana-Lini and he was blown away for a Rivet route? No, I haven't actually watched him play it. But, you know, if he's happy, good. It is quite good route, Banana. I like chasing it out beyond the end of the route. If you've never seen how, I will have to show you do it. But if you look at my last Banana-Lini stream, I actually show people how to do it, how to get beyond the end. Putting it really simply, you spawn a train near where the end of the route is, drive it backwards across the boundary in the route, shut it down, and then walk through the train up to the other end and take it over and drive it forwards, because you're already past the end of route marker. So you can keep driving, and you can go all the way to St. Moritz. It's actually models. Well, the track is, and some of the landscape. There's no scenery. "2.5 Ks to Hayakawa." See, it doesn't waste time with things like jiggling pipes, because, you know, they're all pretty stiff. They tend not to move much anyway. So late now, I just don't care anymore. That way. Where did all the cars go for my screenshot? I wanted lots of cars in my screenshot, but no. I got no cars. Keep it going, little train. Keep it going. You'll be fine. Leon says, I love it. Castles and a new stop. Andy says, Tadami for me will likely be the same as been in years. Want a nice chill drive, enjoying the scenery. That's the route I'll fire up. That's as good a reason as any. Leon says, new double-decker bus. Same, a little bit different in Bus Sim 21. And Trucker says, Bus Sim 27 is new. Dev fake map locations, real bus brands and sounds. Game made from the old devs for Bus Sim 21, but made bus-bound instead. So this time 27 should be safe. We shall see what we shall see. A lot of people ride bikes in Japan. Not that many people actually have cars. Public transport's so good, you just need a way to get to it. So lots of people have bikes, lots of people walk. Is coming up. This is this easel. Keep it moving, little train. Just a little bit further. Better. Andy says, I think I got Bus Sim 21 for free on Epic. Played it for about maybe 3 hours and then uninstalled it. It got monotonous real quick for me. Sounds like my impression of it. Holy Trucker says you can guarantee Matt is sitting at home playing this too. Well, he quite possibly is. He plays Railroader a lot. Off we go. Casagawano next stop. Is your Casagawanoing everywhere? Leon says, I hope there's no glitch like people run up to the bus. Ah, there probably will be, Leon. There's glitches in most games. This game will be the birth of a new TSW saying, brainchild of Matt, seeing what Unreal Engine 5 can do for train sims. But he's played Subway Sim too, so, you know. Yes, I'm speeding a lot. Never mind. Because don't forget Subway Sim 2 is also Unreal 5. I'm wondering if they'll skip it and go straight to Unreal 6. I'm just going to leave this brake application alone and see what happens. I think it's going to stop early. Yep, it's going to stop early. Holy Trucker says Subway Sim performance sucks. So poorly optimized was read on Steam reviews page, even for people with 4080 and 4090. I don't know where they're getting that from. It runs fine on my machine. I don't have any dramas with it. It had some dramas in the early days. 0 meters! Yes! Yeah, Subway Sim had dramas in the early days, but it that was fixed. And it's quite happy on my machine for sure. I think people with potatoes are trying to run Unreal 5 games. People with potatoes should not run Unreal 5 games. And to be honest with you, Steam shouldn't actually let you buy a game that's below your PC specs. So if your specs can't do it, they shouldn't let you buy it. Because it just yields heartache. They should go, no, your machine's a potato. You should buy a GameCube instead. A GameCube. Slippy, slippy. No gata. Next stop. No gata, no mama. No worries. Just because someone's got a 4080 or a 4090 does not mean their machine is necessarily good. If you take a 4080 or a 4090 and you put it in a poor motherboard with low RAM and a poor CPU, you're going to get a shit outcome. The GPU isn't everything. The number of people I get who complain about TSW and I ask them what their machine specs are, and they go, I bought a gaming PC. And I go, well, I'm sure it was called a gaming PC, but how long ago was it and what are its specs? People often have no clue that their machine is actually rubbish. Come on, come on. Keep going, keep going, keep going. That'll do. Lizard Man says if someone buys a game on Steam that their computer can't handle, isn't that a form of natural selection? It is, but they drop horrible reviews about it. When it's not the game's fault, it's their own fault. Away we go. Takahashi, next stop. And that's 19 for Takahashi. 3 stops to go. I'm looking on the card to see how many stops to go I've got. I helped a guy not that long ago who had a 4080 in his machine, and the game kept crashing, and he didn't live all that far from me, so I said, you know, how about I come over and have a look? And I went over there, and he was running this, I don't even know how he got it to work, but he had a 4080, and he was running it in this horrible old machine. It was like an i5th generation. So it was only a 4-speed PCI bus. We didn't have a hope. And it was a bad CPU. The CPU looked like it was fried at some point in its life, because it had a weird color when I took the heatsink off and cleaned it up. It was kind of blue, like it had gotten really hot at some point. So that probably didn't help. And there's people like Hentus who bought a decent machine on specs and got ripped off. And instead of being sent good quality new hardware, was given secondhand stuff. What'll do? Susie's got pneumonia is the next stop. And we're already 3 minutes late for the next stop. Good. Perfect. Leon says, I play PlayStation 5 on a TV. Never go wrong. Ah, you will. Things will catch fire. Bing. Bong. Off we go. Trucker says, have you ever tried the Xbox controller for this game? The config is horrible. No, I don't like it. Yes, I've tried it, and I don't like it. If you're going to say "bye, Paul" in Japanese, Leon, why don't you go and look it up on a translate app? Susie has pneumonia. Next stop. I tried. I found I couldn't get into it on the sticks. They're basically treating them as axis 1 and axis 2 of a joystick. These brakes would be a bastard on sticks. I reckon you'd keep releasing them prematurely. Andy says that's often the issue. People just think upgrade my GPU and everything will be fine. On things like the CPU or motherboard ends up being the bottleneck. Yeah, absolutely. And recently I looked into putting a second card into this machine so I could run recordings and games at different frame rates, because I usually limit the game to the 60 frames per second that I want to push out. But that means, you know, my experience isn't as good as it could be. And I looked into putting a separate card, and I found all these people going through and saying why it's better and this. And then I found a guy that actually knew what he was talking about. And he goes, it's a really dumb idea. And he explained why it's a really dumb idea. Basically, when you're recording, if you've got a modern card, like a 40 series or a 50 series, the built-in encoder on the card will not actually interfere in any way with the encoder that's building the output for the game. And because it's capturing images from RAM, it's capturing them directly from the RAM, which is one of the reasons why you ideally you put them on the same frame rate as what you want to record. And it just does it, and you'll have no interference whatsoever if you've got a 40 or a 50 series card. If you put in something else, unless you've got a really good motherboard, and I actually do have a really good motherboard, so this particular issue wouldn't happen. Come on, stop. Stop. Ah, you bastard. Yes, I know, conductor. But unless you've got a really good board, which most people don't. There you go, you can stop now. Thank you. What it'll do is it'll actually drop your PCI lane speed down to 8 times or 4 times, depending on which slot you put it in. So if you put it in, say, slot 3, which I saw quite a lot of people doing because they wanted to keep them separate for cooling, slot 3 is usually a 4 times slot. So it'll slow down your GPU to 4 times. And to get the images... Is this the last stop? No, one more. To get the images off the other card, you actually have to take the screen image through the CPU, along the PCI bus, back into the other GPU to do the recording. So you end up with a slower computer, not a faster one. And you'll end up with a poorer recording experience as well. The thing that would help more in my setup would be getting rid of my 5K ultra-wide and running a pair of 4K screens. I was just thinking to myself then, oh, there's a speed limit coming up. I should look for it. Oh, there it is. I'm in it. Nope. Chris Martin, hello to you. Andy says, makes sense when you put it like that. Yes. Trucker says, check out Schnauzerhauser's Sim video, mate. Comes with 7 drivable trains, 2 and 40 stations. I'm not a fan of Schnauzerhauser, to be honest. He's a little sensationalist for me. Not my kind of streamer. Lizard Man says lots of people spend too much money on things they don't understand. Yeah, very much. It does happen quite easily. And it's not always their fault too, because often when you go into a place and the people in the computer shop figure out that you don't know what you're doing, they just take you for a ride. How could it stop in a meter when I don't want it to? How is that possible? When I do want it to, it doesn't stop in 5. Ah, sigh. It gave me a pity extra 25 then, I think. This will be a D or a C, one or the other. Probably a D would be my bet since I'm so late. Let's see what we get. D. D for dunce. He did poorly. I think we'll do one more run and I'll make it a shorty and we'll knock it off for the evening, I think. Do something on the Fukagawa. I like the Fukagawa. Let's see if try this really late night one and see if we can do it better. Oh, it's only a quick one, isn't it? Oh, they're all 12 minutes. All right, 12 minutes it is. We'll do a red one again. Go. What would happen if I just loaded a standard JPEG with pictures? Is it time to go yet? Time to go, go. Not quite. Guard's letting me go early. Beautiful. Love it. Off we go. This thing's electric. The dummy one's diesel. Oh, we haven't run the diesel tonight, have we? I better do a run in the diesel. Or have we? No, we have. Have we? No. We haven't done a run in the diesel, have we? Bing bong. Coming in under full brakes. Full brakes was too much, it seems. There you go, little unit. Hello, T-side ambassador. So we'll finish this run and we'll do a quick run in the Diseasel. But I think the Diseasels are mainly all full line runs, so that'll be exciting. Let's go. Andy says, I'm planning over the next 6 to 12 months to upgrade a few things on the PC when money is available, heading towards potato status. First thing you do is your motherboard and CPU. Make sure you look at your RAM too, because the speed of your RAM can really hamstring a CPU. I'm a bit of a firm believer that anything over DDR 5, 6000 or 7200 is kind of overkill, unless you're overclocking. More ass than class. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. It's very quiet, isn't it? Do I have headlights on? Yeah, I do. Lizard says, Ram, if you take a second mortgage on your home. Yes, it is a bit like that at the moment. There is hope, though. There's a new Chinese manufacturer that's actually building for the consumer market instead of the AI market because no one else is. I reckon they're very smart. And they've started to come out in Vengeance sticks, so we'll see how they go. I'll probably get some and try it out. Must have been early. Wow. Lizard says, Andy says, RAM costing extortionate prices. Yes, sport bike therapy. Does this game work with the Tier 6 train controller? It does not. Makes me sad, but it doesn't. I'll stop ripping me off for rolling when I didn't roll. Bastards. Don't want to go too hard out of here with a 20 zone though. I have poked the dev about getting it to work because the Denture to Go and the Zuiki Mascons are basically just joysticks. So if he put in generic joystick support, it would be fine. So hopefully that might happen. That would be really good. Because, you know, I've been on this game for about 9 hours today and it makes your arms hurt. Between the 2 streams and the tutorials that I recorded in the middle of the day. Beep-boo. I do not understand how that happens. When you can tell by the deceleration rate that it was actually going to stop, and then it just doesn't. What are we at? 2103 Kitami. So we're at that one now. So we've got 4 stations to go on this run. Oof we go. Akabachi, next stop. Andy says, I still think my CPU is the first thing that needs an upgrade. Still running an i5-10400F on mine. Also likely to have a motherboard upgrade as well, though for a new CPU. Depends what chipset you're running. The 10500's not that terrible. So what age chipset are you running? What generation? Joseph Bland, hello, dropping in for 10 before the weekly shop. Welcome, mate. This is our last stop on this one, and then, like I said, we'll do a quick run on the diesel, even though I was planning on finishing. It's okay, because I should show it off. Wonder how many points I lost for doing 26 kilometers an hour instead of 25. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Dude, I'm almost tempted to find out what happens if you crash into that buffer. For science. I think I need to know for science. Let's find out. Well, now we know. For science. Alrighty, let's run the diesel. So we've got... Is there anyone I haven't done? That one. Go! Density, go! It's not honest, we didn't copy the game, sorry. It's Greta time! Are you ready, Greta? You know what it's going to be.
How dare you?
That's it. And this one, I think, has self-lapping brakes from memory. Actually, we have done a run in the diesel, haven't we? Well, we're doing another one. It's okay. 20 seconds to departure. Time for the last of my apple juice. If you get something like CPU-Z, you should be able to tell you. You might even be able to see it in Task Manager, but I think you'll need something a bit more oomphy. Andrew says I managed to get this going on my PC in VR using UEVR, so pray dog, and hopefully the dev will implement native VR at some point. Well, you never know. You should get onto their Discord and pop it into the bugs and suggestions topic and create one to make it run in VR, if there isn't one there already. Second gear. So who else thinks it's the Half-Life symbol? There's lots of Kias. Says 10th gen, but not sure if that's what you're after. That's not too bad, 10th gen. It's not too awful. What's the chipset on your motherboard, if you know? So we're in 14th gen now, but 10th's not horrible. So depending on what the chipset on your motherboard is, you might only buy a CPU. And do you happen to know your RAM speed? spirited running. It'll be fine. The other thing I'd check is in your BIOS, Andy, and make sure that you have the RAM higher speed turned on, whatever it's called, XMP plus. Make sure you've got that turned on. Because by default, a lot of BIOSes don't put it on, so your RAM runs at its slowest speed. Yeah, your RAM's very slow. Being that slow would make me wonder if you've got XMP turned on or off in the BIOS, because that sounds like a default speed to me. Oh, we're not stopping here, are we? We're going on to Yezu. So if you boot and check your BIOS, you should have a setting that's either XMP or XMP plus, or it might say something like XMP profile. Make sure that's on, and it's one that's suitable for your RAM. Most motherboards can, once you turn it on, they figure it out for themselves most of the time. You don't generally need to do much to it. We are stopping at the next station. A little while to go, we'll just coast our way in there, because we're lazy. Yeah, the reason why I think it might be is because 2666 is probably the clock speed of your CPU. And that's what the default speed will be for the memory if you didn't turn on XMP. Other things to look at if it's being a bit slow, have a look at what slot the GPU's in and make sure it's in a the fastest PCI slot you've got, which you should have PCI 16 in a 10th gen. This thing's brakes are a bit slow to come on too, really. Oop, forgot you can't control the train from outside. Bing bong. It's got a wing. How far can I go? End of the world. Whoop. It's good to see the power lines actually have proper conductors. There's 2 of them. You either get 2 or 4 on these things. It's probably time to go. Is it time to go? Not time to go. Not yet. Maybe it is. It was time to go. Silly. Holy Trucker says how many services it have? It's probably about 40, I would guess, between the 2 routes. It's not a lot. But for each service you can run, the expresses you can only run these, but the all the electric trains you can choose which one you want, so you could run them over and over again. There's different weather conditions and stuff like that, so I think you could spin it out for quite a few days of gameplay if you wanted to. Kaguguridai. You don't tend to play in the BIOS worried about screwing things up. You can't really. Modern machines, you really can't hurt it. You might make it crash or boot loop, but on that you can't really hurt it. Most BIOS and 10th gen should be new enough. They actually won't let you do a bad configuration that won't let the machine boot. Mostly. Train sim gives you emotional damage, Holy Trucker. Don't they all? Ah, it went into the tunnel as I took the screenshot. No! I bet you that screenshot's black. Going straight through this one. Yep, should have been doing 90. Did that come up on the HUD, that 90? Did I miss it? Benjamin! Running train runs, punctuation continues operating well on Steam Deck OLED once you dial in the settings. Well, that's actually good. That gives people with potato PCs hope, but they'll try and run it on Ultra, of course. Omishima, next stop. I looked at the Seiko pocket watch they use in these trains today, just out of curiosity. Man, they're expensive. It's about the same price as a TS Controller PPC Pro. Autocorrect will do that, Benjamin. I always love the Gboard autocorrect, which sometimes autocorrects words for you after you press enter, but before it sends the message. And you watch it change as it's going out, and you go, you bastard. And he says, potentially, my CPU take an upgrade to a 40 or a 50 series of that, need to upgrade your CPU. To a 40, definitely. 50 is probably overkill. There's two things that'd be good, Andy, is check that XMP. And also find out what your board actually is. So if you can find a model number for your board, I could look it up, work out what chipset it is, and work out what its PCI speeds are and things like that, which are kind of important. Off we go. What GPU have you got now? If you're upgrading your GPU, one thing you should definitely want to watch is your power supply, because the newer GPUs are hungry. I've got a 1200 watt supply in this thing, but it's way overkill. And Munchkin upstairs, I put 1000 in his to run a 50 series and it's happy enough. I just bought the 1200 because the difference in price between a 1200 and 1000 at the quality level I wanted wasn't very much. So I just, bit of insurance. Holy Trucker says TSW6 needs DLSS. Yeah, it can be done. It needs to work properly with DirectX 12 first. Lunchboxes and briefcases everywhere out the back. Not to mention the young maids doing their business leaders favours. Might have slipped off and bitten something. You've got an RTX 3060 with 12 gig VRAM. Going to something like a 4070 Ti or a 4080 would be a massive upgrade for you. Even going to a 3090 if you can find one. Nah, DLSS won't save blurry textures, Holy Trucker, it'll lose more memory. Still has to use VRAM. There are no mystery secrets. There's no way to get a good shot of that. Back up to Max Bananas. Hello, Michigan Rail fan. Going okay. How about yourself? No tracks, we should get out and walk. Well, it's not that kind of game. Adventure to Go games are just about train driving. That speed definitely did not come up on the HUD that time. Absolutely, definitely didn't. I actually have to learn the route, goddammit. On the other route, you get warnings, but not this one. Is there? Followed by Cassowary Guano. Early morning for you? I'm probably going too fast. We'll just ignore that. All they heard as we went through the station was, "Get out the way." Still going too fast. Still ignore it. She'll be right. All Adventure to Go games are mostly abandonware now and easy to find to download. Well, they're all pretty old now. There's a new one recently, Denture Attack. And still going too fast, don't care. More power. Let's see if we can set a speed record before we get to the end of the line. How fast can we get this thing going? Can I get a negative score? Is it possible? Oh well. It's still going though. I'm not sure if it's stopping or not. I think it's stopping. I think we've had a takeover. Never mind. Actually, there's one thing I haven't tried. I'm not going to run the whole thing, but let's just try this. Start and auto driving. Go. I'm curious. I went too fast, Holy Trucker. I lost all my XP. So we know two things. So I shouldn't have to do anything. This is an automatic drive. Let's see what it does. I'm curious. Do you get points for it? It does mean we should be able to just sit on the outside and watch now. The doors are open. There's no way in there, though. Glass is nice in Unreal 5. I've got to give them that. That looks really good. They're stuck in a roof. Roof. Oh, grass growing in the air. See, it doesn't only happen on Train Sim World. $11 more seconds, it should depart all by itself. Transport Spotter Raphael, hello. It's evening here. We're watching it drive itself for a moment. I'm curious how well it does. just going to let it do one stop and then I'll end the stream because I've got a couple of things left to do before I go to bed. 0 points. Very sad. So if I go to that end, can I go out the front? No. At that end, I can go out the front. And if I do... I can make him do that. Oh, he's stuck now. You bastard. Stop making me point at things. How's he breaking if I keep making him put his finger up? I'd overshot. 37 centimeters. Yep. Oh, well. On that note, we'll watch this depart. If I can get over the wall here. There we go. It's very violent on the direction changes and things. Actually, let's watch it go through the crossing. Bye-bye, train. Up they go. Alrighty, that'll do for tonight. Enjoy yourselves, folks. Have fun. Thank you for hanging out for the evening, or the morning, or the afternoon, or whatever it is where you are. And for most of you, enjoy your Sunday. For the Aussies, sorry, it's almost gone. Anyway, that'll do for today. So we shall see you on the next one. This Wednesday will be a Poirot. We're starting them again. All right, see ya.